Hello everyone, and welcome to this, my first Laurel and Hardy DVD collection. This is the American sets, and as you can see here we have a row of 9 DVDs, the now out of print Image Entertainment DVDs of Laurel and Hardy The Lost Films. This was a very expensive collection to acquire, in the hundreds. It really, because it's out of print, these are sort of a collector's item now. And particularly volume 9, which I'll get to later, that costs the most out of all of them. But I thought I'd just go through what's on these DVDs and the type of quality that these films have and stuff like that, and just give a sort of review of the collection in general. So we will start with volume 1 of the Lost Films of Laurel and Hardy. So this, there's the spine. And at the back, these are the films that are featured on here. Big Business, Do Detectives Think, Call of the Cuckoo, which is a Max Davidson comedy featuring Stan and Ollie. The Finishing Touch, on the front page, which is a Stan Laurel solo film, as well as Hustling for Health, which is also a Stan Laurel solo film. And then we have an image of Laurel and Hardy from The Finishing Touch from 1928. These sets generally have very good source material. From the description in each DVD, these are from 35mm prints, and as you can see, it shows the poster for Big Business and Do Detectives Think. Do Detectives Think, released by Pappas in 1927, was the first time Laurel and Hardy appeared in their now familiar bowler hats and costumes, but weren't officially a Laurel and Hardy team by this point. By the time they made The Finishing Touch the following year, they were an established team. So what you get here basically is sort of information and everything on the films, the source material, and then you get the actual disc itself, as you can see there. So volume 1, very good set to kick off the collection. I think for the majority, these are the most complete prints that are available of these films. Unfortunately, these sets were released in the late 90s, early 2000s, and so the digital remastering and restoration is not quite as strong as some of the later releases, particularly the European and UK sets, which I do also have, and I will do an unboxing and talk through of that if that's what you'd like. So leave like and comments below, and any questions or anything you have. So this is the second volume, and the spine, and again here's the films. I'll just do a quick overview there, just so if you want to have a look and pause it to see what's on there. And that's from Double Whoopee, one of their last silent comedies. And then we get the booklet with this one, because this is a case version. But you get the same sort of thing here. You get the posters on the inside with a little description. Angora Love, which is their last silent comedy. And Sugar Daddies, which was a pre-teaming short from 1927 that actually starred James Finlayson, who was actually one of the main comedy stars at Hal Roach before Laurel and Hardy actually teamed up. And Stan and Ollie appear in that film. It was their first film with the company MGM, who released the film. And so that's volume 2. Again, the prints are really nice on this set as well, but for example, Sugar Daddies, there is some footage missing in this set that it has been found and released through the European collection. Volume 3, probably one of the most disappointing of the Lost Films collection sets, because, as I'll show you on the back, there's a shot from the silent film Liberty there. I like how they've colorized these. It's quite authentic, actually. There's the films Liberty, We Fall Down, Romeo and Juliet, which is actually a Charlie Chase comedy featuring Oliver Hardy, The Lucky Dog from 1921, I believe it says 1919 with a question mark, but it's sort of widely believed that it was 1921. This was the first time Stan and Ollie appeared in the same film together, not playing their familiar characters, but it's still, for people who are fans of film and silent film and comedy in general, Laurel and Hardy fans. It's a great little watch. Along Came Auntie, a Glenn Tryon comedy featuring Oliver Hardy, and Love 'Em and Weep, which is a pre-teaming short which got remade in 1931 as Chickens Come Home, again starring James Finlayson. This film, Love 'Em and Weep, We Fall Down in Liberty, you can find much better versions on the European UK sets. Liberty has the music in full synchronisation with the film, whereas here it is quite out of sync and is missing footage. We Fall Down on the European set only does have the original Victor record soundtrack that was played in 1928 for the film. And Love 'Em and Weep has a section missing from here, which is available on the UK and European sets. So we'll just open that up quickly, and again you get the posters and some info in here, and obviously there's the disc. And then we move on to volume 4. And have a look at the spine there and the back. It's a picture from their first talkie, Unaccustomed as We Are. Now, as I believe on this set, this is the silent version. There was a silent version made, which is there. On the Wrong Trek, which is a Charlie Chase comedy talkie that again features Laurel and Hardy. A Clyde Cook short with Oliver Hardy featured in it, Should Sailors Marry. Bacon Grabbers, which has the original organ soundtrack with it. They're one of their last silents. Their Purple Moment, probably one of my absolute favourite silent comedies of Laurel and Hardy. And They Go Boom, which was one of their first talkies presented here. Yeah, again, very nice set, very good prints all round, very complete in the film preservation and everything. Unfortunately, again, just the remastering and restoration is slightly lacking in comparison to the European sets and UK set that was released. So we'll put that back there. Next we have volume 5. One of the better sets, or better volumes of this set. And there is... I don't think I showed the inside of volume 4, did I? Let me just quickly flick through that. So there we go. And there we are. The disc. There we go. Back on track. Right, so let's go to number 5. There's the spine. There's the back, and one of their most famous silent comedies from 1929, Wrong Again. And there's the film list. So we've got Wrong Again, Habeas Corpus, Duck Soup, Fluttering Hearts, Leave 'Em Laughing, Short Kilts. Short Kilts is a Stan Laurel solo. Fluttering Hearts is a Charlie Chase solo. Duck Soup is the first Laurel and Hardy team comedy, although it wasn't official, and had been lost until it was found in the 1980s. So this is quite a recent find. Wrong Again, the print in this is overall is significantly better, I have to say, than the European sets. Habeas Corpus has the original soundtrack on here, whereas in the European UK sets it's not present. And Leave 'Em Laughing, again, is a much better print on this set than the European and UK set. I hope you're following me on this. There's quite a lot of information I'm bombarding you with here. There we go. And there's the inside. And there's the disc. And then we move on to volume 6. And there's the spine and the back, and that's a shot from a pre-team Laurel and Hardy comedy, Flying Elephants. And we have That's My Wife, Flying Elephants, Putting Pants on Philip, which is considered the first official Laurel and Hardy comedy. It says 1928 on there, but it was actually 1927. Crazy Like a Fox with Charlie Chase, The Soilers, a Stan Laurel comedy, and another Glenn Tryon comedy, 45 Minutes from Hollywood from 1926, which features Stan and Ollie. And if we look inside, it's the disc again, and we have the inlays here and here. Putting Pants on Philip has quite a significant amount of footage missing from this version, even though the print of Putting Pants on Philip and Flying Elephants is a lot better than the European UK set. Putting Pants on Philip has, like I said, a fair bit of missing footage in this set that is restored in the European UK set. So it is down to personal preference. If you prefer more complete films and stuff like that, then you know you want to get both sets, because both sets have missing footage in one and missing footage in the other. But if it's purely on quality, again, it's a bit of a mixed bag. Some are better on here, majority are better on the European UK sets, so it's kind of a mixed bag. But the European UK sets, if you just want to own the Laurel and Hardy Silence, in terms of monetary purposes, you would be better off going for the UK or European sets. So this is volume 7. There's the spine and the back, and unfortunately there's a sort of sepia coloured photo, not colourised here, of Should Married Men Go Home. So we've got Unaccustomed As We Are, the talkie version, Should Married Men Go Home, which is a more complete film, and for some reason in the UK and European set some of the scenes are in the wrong order, whereas on here they've been reinstated in the correct order. In terms of print quality, they're about the same, I would say. This is probably from a better source, but the remastering on the other set just gives it a more sharp, clean look. Mixed Nuts, which is like a all-star comedy. Sailors Beware is a pre-Laurel and Hardy short. Double Whoopee, which is a talking version that was specially made with actors doing the voices of Stan and Ollie. I give that a skip, to be honest. I don't see what the relevance of that is being on there. And with Love and Hisses, another pre-team Laurel and Hardy. This print is the best print I think there is out there, much better than the UK and European set. I've never seen this film looking better. And as it says here, from an original print of early Laurel and Hardy teaming phones, blah blah blah. So there we go. So if we just open this up, and there's the posters. There we are. And there we go, and there's the disc. And second to last, we have the complete volume 8. And there's the spine. And the back from one of their most famous comedies, Two Tars. There we go, and we've got Two Tars, Second 100 Years, which again, some people say Putting Pants on Philip, but a lot of people would say this was their first official Laurel and Hardy comedy, although it was billed as Hardy and Laurel. So there we go, and we've got Slipping Wives, a pre-teen short, From Soup to Nuts, Scorching Sands, which is a Stan Laurel solo, and Should Tall Men Marry, which is I think again that's a Stan Laurel solo, but I'm not entirely sure. Let me know in the comments. I haven't actually watched that one. But From Soup to Nuts, the print is absolutely gorgeous, and even though it hasn't been remastered and restored to HD standards, it looks superb, and it absolutely annihilates the print used on the European UK set. This is the definitive version to watch. Two Tars in Second 100 Years is about the same in terms of quality. I think maybe the European UK set is slightly better quality than on here. But there we go. Let's just open this up. So there we have, again, we have the posters and info, and again along here. And then we have the disc. And last but not least, we have volume 9. And unfortunately this does not feature Hats Off, because allegedly Hats Off is still considered lost. But there we go, can't have everything. And there's the spine and the back, and there's a shot from You're Darn Tootin'. And there we are, You're Darn Tootin' on the European UK set. Much better looking print, much nicer remastering job done on it compared to this one. Battle of the Century. Although there has been new footage found, it's not present on this set or the European UK set. Again, about the same in terms of quality on both sets. Wandering Pappas, which is Clyde Cook. Mighty Like a Moose, which is a famous Charlie Chase. comedy, Why Girls Love Sailors, which is a pre-teen Laurel and Hardy comedy from a 35mm nitrate film. So this is the definitive version of that to watch. And Mum's the Word, which is a sort of a what survives of this Charlie Chase film, because not all of the film survives here. And so that's that. Now let's have a look on the inside. It's very nicely presented, all these DVDs, I've got to say. I mean, it is a shame that they're not in chronological order. And again, like I said, if this had all the available footage present on all these films and had a little bit of digital remastering and restoration done, these would be the definitive version. But there are better versions of these films, some of these films, on my European UK sets that I've got. But it's a beautiful collection. I'm glad I did spend the money for it. And yeah, if you have any questions or any comments on these, then please leave a comment below, and I will do my next video of the Laurel and Hardy American sets, and I'll do the Laurel and Hardy The Essential Collection, which covers all their talking films at Hal Roach. So there we go, that's my collection. So don't forget, like, subscribe, share and comment, and I will see you folks on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.